Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Alexis. I'm a board certified dermatologist, and I often get asked the question of how can I combine vitamin A or retinol and vitamin C together. So we're gonna answer that question. Now, undoubtedly, vitamin C and vitamin A derivatives or retinoids are the most powerful, potent, well-studied, effective, and efficient ingredients. So you should be using both of them in your skincare routine, but using them together can be extremely tricky. You often wonder, can you actually put them on at the same time? If so, which one goes first? Can you mix them? Do you need to wait in between the two? It gets really confusing, and I will be honest, the answer is not straightforward. You can't just layer one on top of the other because of skin sensitivity. So today's video, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to use vitamin A or retinoids and vitamin C together. Now, both vitamin A and vitamin C help to build collagen, help to fight wrinkles, help to fade dark marks, and help fight hyperpigmentation. But vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant. An antioxidant is a compound that can either receive or donate an electron to a free radical. Now, this is important because free radicals, when they go unchecked, can actually bump into the cells, causing DNA and cellular damage. Best case, they cause aging. Worst case, you can get things like skin cancer. So we need antioxidants. In fact, our body already has a lot of antioxidants, but vitamin C is a potent one that the great majority of people cannot make. We don't have the enzyme, and we need to obtain vitamin C from our food sources like citrus fruit. So instead of letting that free radical go unchecked and cause DNA and protein damage, vitamin C can actually neutralize the reactive oxygen species before it ever gets into the cells and has an ability to cause DNA and protein damage. So vitamin C for sure is something that I highly recommend, and using it alongside your sunscreen in the morning is going to be really important because you see the benefit that it has on neutralizing reactive oxygen species, which are notorious from UV ray damage. So using it in the morning alongside your sunscreen is just an added boost. Now, while vitamin C does provide some form of photoprotection, it does not take the place of your sunscreen. I want you to think of it as a way to actually regenerate the benefits of your sunscreen because of its antioxidant properties. Vitamin C is vital to collagen production, but it also is important in inhibiting collagen from being broken down. Collagen is what's keeping us looking youthful, helpful, and radiant. So I don't know about you, but if there's something that I can use that's going to give me more collagen and prevent the collagen that I have from being broken down, I'm going to use it. And if that's not enough, vitamin C also is really important in anti-pigmentation. Vitamin C is a tyrosinase inhibitor. You know, that really important enzyme that causes more production of melanin to be made or pigment to be made? Vitamin C can go in there and inhibit that overproduction that can happen with tyrosinase. Now, vitamin A derivatives are amazing for anti-aging and acne as well because they also help to increase collagen production. They're also really good at decreasing pigmentation by helping with that cell turnover. So normally the cells take about 28 days to a month to turn over. With the constant and consistent use of Retin A, that can be actually shortened down to 2 weeks. So really important for getting your cells to turn over a little bit faster, which is going to be monumental when you have acne because you want to make sure you're using something that can really unclog the pores and prevent the dead skin cells from really building up in there. All right, let's get some very basic and boring definitions out of the way. Retinoids is just a general term used for the vitamin A derivatives, and the active form of retinoid is retinoic acid. There are multiple different derivatives of strengths and forms. Now, L-ascorbic acid is actually the active form of vitamin C, and these active forms are what do all of the biological work. So all of this good stuff that we just talked about, it has to be in its active form to actually get those things to work. Now, the active forms of vitamin A, so retinoic acid, and vitamin C, L-ascorbic acid, are notoriously unstable. They will oxidize in the presence of air, light, heat, pH change, or other ingredients that they don't play well with. They also are really quite irritating to the skin. So that's why all of these derivatives were formed with the intention of increasing stability while keeping the efficacy. The problem is that there's not a lot of evidence behind these derivative ingredients. However, there is some solid evidence supporting some of them, and the stability is really important, the absorption is really important, and the efficacy is of utmost importance. So I'm going to recommend only the ones to you that I think are worth your coins, because as of right now, there's not a lot of evidence supporting some of them. And my friends, if it can't get into your skin, what is the point? Since the derivatives actually need conversion to the active form to be effective, they are going to be less irritating, but they're also going to take longer for you to visually see the results. So I think that's important to know. Don't use any of these derivatives thinking that you're going to see results overnight, but you're at a much less risk of developing irritation. So now we understand why these two ingredients cannot just be used back to back without any thought to how we actually use them, or you're at an increased risk of extreme skin irritation. But the good news is that I have 5 techniques for you to use both the vitamin A and vitamin C together in a skincare routine without losing the benefits of either one, but without risking your skin to irritation. So option number 1 is definitely the easiest. It's to find a product that already has vitamin A and vitamin C combined together for you. There's no guesswork. There's no trying to figure out how to layer things. You would just use the product. Research has actually shown that when formulated together, vitamin C is stabilizing vitamin A and making it more effective. So there are some products that I really love that have the ingredients already stabilized and formulated together for you. I have to admit, this is my favorite. I use this one, but it's pricey. Alpha Red Overnight Cream by Skin Better. So a less expensive alternative would be the Vitamin C Super Serum by NATURIUM. I will make sure to link these products as well as some other options down below. All right. Option number 2 is going to be going with a vitamin C in the morning and a vitamin A in the nighttime. Now, when you do this, you have much less risk of irritation because you're separating the ingredients. My recommendation for you, no matter who you are, is to start low and go slow. If you are new to retinol, don't use it at the same time that you're using a vitamin C. Give yourself a whole month, so 28 days, where that retinization or that process of the skin flaking can happen with just the retinol. After the month, slowly introduce the vitamin C in the mornings, and still start low and go slow. So retinol every 3rd day, maybe that's good. Every other day, still no problem. Then every night, and then bring in your vitamin C. So option number 2 is vitamin C in the morning and Retin A at nighttime. But if you're new to Retin A, don't try using both of these at the same time in the beginning. Work your way up to that. Now, if you're going to separate them, this gives you a lot more leeway to use the actual active forms. So the retinoic acid or the L-ascorbic acid, because remember, you're separating them, so you're much less likely to have irritation this way. And just a little tip, if you are new to using retinol, make sure that you put some type of protective barrier in the corner of your eyes, the corner of your nose, and the corner of your mouth, and only use a pea-sized amount. Now, my friends, if you are indeed fighting active acne, my advice would be to go with an over-the-counter ADAPALENE, whether that's this one here by La Roche-Posay or the one by Different, because these are prescription strength retinoids that are actually available over the counter. If this is still not doing it for you, I would recommend to see a dermatologist for a prescription like tazorotene or retinoic acid, the more active form of the vitamin A derivatives. Now, option number 3 would be to use your Retin A and your vitamin C on alternate nights. I know that some people don't want to use any actives in the morning. Vitamin C has been proven to be helpful at nighttime as well, because the DNA damage that happens from UV exposure has been shown to still be within the skin for many hours. So using an antioxidant at nighttime can certainly be helpful. Now, if you're using your vitamin C and your retinoids on alternate night, you're preventing the interactions and the irritation that can occur. Option number 4 is for my friends out there that are like, I'm going to use vitamin C and retinol on the same night because my skin is resistant. This is going to be the case for someone who doesn't react to anything, can put anything on their skin and never have any irritation or problems. I would still warrant that you use these products at least 30 minutes apart. You would start with your vitamin C because of the lower pH, give yourself 30 minutes, and then use your retinol. And if you're going to choose to use any type of retinoid in the same night of vitamin C, I would highly suggest that you use it in a creamy base. So this one is a really great option. This is the Olay Max 24, and it is a nice thick creamy moisturizer, but a very good technology of this retinol in this base. So if you insist, fine, use your vitamin C, wait 30 minutes, and then use a more moisturizing type of retinol. See, this one is very rich and creamy and moisturizing, so at least you'll be decreasing the risk of irritancy by using a more moisturizing type of base of retinol. This is actually the one that I use on my hands every night because yes, your hands age too, my friends, and I don't want old looking hands. Now, option number 5 is one of my favorites when you kind of want to dip your toe into using both ingredients, but you're not quite sure. You can actually just use a mask. So you can either use a Retin A or retinaldehyde mask. This is one of my favorites. This is by Allies of Skin. This is a retinaldehyde mask. They call it an overnight sleeping mask, but I leave it on for 15 minutes and wash it off, and I would recommend you do the same if you have really sensitive skin. One of the ways that I actually like to introduce my patients with very sensitive skin who really are interested in using some type of vitamin A derivative, whether that be retinoic esters, retinol, retinaldehyde, is to have them use a mask. Now you can do this with prescription strength medication where you just put it on for a couple of minutes and then wash it off, or you can actually get a product that is indeed a retinoic mask, or you can even use a vitamin C mask. This one is by PSA, and this is actually the sister company to Allies of Skin. So what you would do is you would put on, let's say, this vitamin C mask, leave it for 10 to 15 minutes, and then wash it off. You guys know the beauty of vitamin C. Once it's in the cell, it's in the cell. So once you wash your face, it's not like you're washing off the benefits of the vitamin C. You could then finish that off with a really rich and creamy retinol if you chose to do vitamin C, or a nice oil-based vitamin C oil if you chose to do the retinol mask. So both of them can be combined in mask forms. My go-to mask that I use all the time is this one here by Avène. This is their A oxidative line, and this combines vitamin A and vitamin C together already in a mask. So I'm all about ease and convenience and decreasing the risk of irritancy, and this one does not irritate me at all, but gives me the benefits of both vitamin A and vitamin C in a mask. Highly recommend this one. So I know that we mentioned some of the products throughout the video, but I'm just going to kind of recap with a few of the products that I really like that I haven't quite mentioned to you yet. If you're concerned about stability, a great option is going with these little pre-capsulated type of items. Vitamin C and vitamin A can be found in this. This one is the Retinol Correction Serum by Rock, and what you do is you just pop one of these open, and then you don't have to worry about the oxidation that happens with the air, the temperature changes. Now this next product I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing about. It's the one that I use all the time. This is my ride or die Retin A. This is retinaldehyde by Avène. It does not irritate my skin, and it's the one that I can truly use without any problems, and I do see a lot of benefit when I use this one. Now, if you've got resistant skin, you're looking to step it up a notch, you've been using vitamin C for a while, Allies of Skin does have a 20% vitamin C brightening firm serum. This brings up a good point, guys. 20% is pretty much the max that your skin can handle of a vitamin C, so you don't necessarily need to use an ingredient that has more than 20% of vitamin C. Now, a lot of time in the comment sections, you guys say I recommend products that are too expensive, and it is not on purpose, guys. I just try to follow the research. This one by Inkylist is very affordable, and it is another vitamin C choice, especially if you have sensitive skin. I think that you would really like this one. Another really great option for a combined product is this Radiance Restore Oil by URBANSKIN RX. It's got vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, and rosehip oil. So if you're someone who loves an oil, this is a perfect one. And then my favorite form of vitamin C, you guys have already heard me talk about 100 million times, so I'm sorry if I'm repetitive, but it is the Ultra Defense Bright Skin Better. It has the hexadecyl ascorbate in there. It does not irritate my skin, and it makes me feel so protected because it has 18 other antioxidants coupled along with the THC. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. If so, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. You now have 5 new options for applying vitamin A and vitamin C together. Until next time, guys, be well.